Cyril Ramaphosa Biography, Age, Wife, Children, Wealth, Education, Contact Details, Political Career. Cyril Ramaphosa Biography. Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa is the 5th President of the Republic of South Africa. President Cyril Ramaphosa was sworn in as President of the Republic of South Africa on Thursday, February 15, 2018, following the resignation of President Jacob Zuma. He was born on November 17, 1952 in Soweto, South Africa. He is a South African politician, businessman, activist, and trade union leader. Cyril Ramaphosa Education. He attended Trilogy Primary School. He completed high school at Mfafulai High School in Sibasa, Venda in 1971. He registered to study law at the University of the North in 1972, where he became involved in student politics, joining the South African Student Organization, SASO, and the Black People's Convention, BPC. He was detained in solitary confinement for 11 months in 1974 under Section 6 of the Terrorism Act for organizing pro-Frelimo rallies. He was detained for the second time and held for 6 months in 1976 following the Soweto student uprising. While a law clerk for a Johannesburg firm of attorneys, he continued his studies through the University of South Africa, UNISA, obtaining his BPROC degree in 1981. He then joined the Council of Unions of South Africa, CUSA, as a legal advisor. Cyril Ramaphosa Political Career. Cyril Ramaphosa History. While at the University of the North, Turf Loop, he became involved in student politics and joined the South African Students' Organization, SASO, and the Black People's Convention, BPC. He began his political activism in the 1970s during the period of students' uprisings in the country, organized behind the banner of the Black Consciousness Movement, which came to head during the June 16, 1976 massacre. In 1974 he was detained in solitary confinement for 11 months under Section 6 of the Terrorism Act, for organizing pro-Frelimo rallies. In 1976 he was detained again, following the unrest in Soweto, and held for 6 months at John Vorster Square under the Terrorism Act. After his release, he became a law clerk for a Johannesburg firm of attorneys and continued with his articles through correspondence with the University of South Africa, UNISA, where he obtained his BPROC degree in 1981. He completed his articles in the same year, and joined the Council of Unions of South Africa, CUSA, as an advisor in the legal department. Fight against apartheid. In August 1982, CUSA resolved to form National Union of Mine Workers, NUMBER, and in December Ramaphosa became its first secretary. He was elected as the first General Secretary of the Union, a position he held until he resigned in June 1991, following his election as Secretary General of the African National Congress, ANC. Ramaphosa served as chairman of the National Reception Committee, which coordinated arrangements for the release of Nelson Mandela and subsequent welcome rallies within South Africa, and also became a member of the International Mandela Reception Committee. He was elected General Secretary of the ANC in a conference held in Durban in July 1991. Ramaphosa was a visiting professor of law at Stanford University in the United States in October 1991. In 1985 he helped to establish the Congress of South African Trade Unions, COSATU, when he broke away from CUSA. When COSATU joined forces with the United Democratic Front, UDF, political movement against the National Party government of P.W. Botha, Ramaphosa took a leading role in what became known as the Mass Democratic Movement, MDM. Cyril Ramaphosa Political Career. In 1991 he was elected as Secretary General of the African National Congress. He became head of the negotiation team of the ANC in negotiating the end of apartheid with the National Party government. In 1994, after the first fully democratic elections, he became a member of parliament. He was elected the chairperson of its Constitutional Assembly on May 24, 1994, and played a central role in the government of national unity. In January 1997, he resigned from his political politics after he lost the race to become President of South Africa to Thabo Mbeki. He came in first place in the 1997 election to the ANC's National Executive Committee. In December 2007, he was again elected to the ANC National Executive Committee, this time in 30th place with 1,910 votes. On December 17, 2012, he became a candidate for the deputy presidency. On December 18, 2012, he was elected Deputy President of the ANC. On May 25, 2014, he was appointed Deputy President by Jacob Zuma. He was made Leader of Government Business in the National Assembly in terms of Section 91(4) of the Constitution. His responsibilities will include the affairs of the National Executive in Parliament, the programming of parliamentary business initiated by the National Executive, within the time allocated for that purpose, and ensuring that cabinet members attend to their parliamentary responsibilities. He was appointed Deputy Chairperson of the National Planning Commission in 2010, a body created to draft a long-term national development plan for South Africa. On June 3, 2014, he was appointed as Chairman of the National Planning Commission, with Minister in the Presidency for Planning by President Jacob Zuma. He was the first Deputy Chairman of the Commonwealth Business Council. He was Vice Chairman of the Global Business Coalition on HIV/AIDS. Mr. Ramaphosa was appointed, along with former Finnish President Martti Ahtisaari, as a weapons inspector in Northern Ireland. He also sat on the International Commission of Intervention and State Sovereignty and the UN Secretary-General's panel on international support to NEPAD. Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa and ANC. Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa was elected President of the African National Congress at its 54th National Conference in Nasrec, Soweto, on December 18, 2017. He is the 13th President of the ANC since its founding. Before his election, he served as the Deputy President of the ANC under the leadership of former President Jacob Zuma as part of the National Executive Committee of the ANC as elected in 2012. Cyril Ramaphosa has served in the National Executive Committee of the ANC for 26 years. He was elected to the position of ANC Secretary-General at the 1991 National Conference, the first conference of the ANC in the country after unbanning, under the presidency of Nelson Mandela. His election into the ANC and especially to the position of Secretary-General followed his reputation as an effective organizer and trade union leader following his term as General Secretary of the National Union of Mine Workers, No. He led the founding processes of the number and went on to lead the union to stage one of the biggest and most effective industrial strikes in South Africa in 1987, leading to a 3-week shutdown of the entire mining industry. He emerged out of that political standoff between labor and capital as a renowned negotiator, reputed for his tough approach and ability to push a hard bargain whilst maintaining the respect of his opponents. As part of his role as Secretary-General, he served as chief negotiator for the ANC at the Congress for a Democratic South Africa, CODESA, at which the framework for a democratic transition was being mapped out. His experience as a negotiator in industrial conflicts asserted him as one of the key players in breaking stalemates and initiating strategic areas of consensus between opposing parties in that process. After the first democratic elections in 1994, Comrade Cyril Ramaphosa was deployed in Parliament by the ANC and was elected as chairperson of the Constitutional Assembly tasked with drafting the new Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. He was re-elected as Secretary-General of the ANC in its 49th National Conference in 1994. On completion of the Constitution drafting process, he left Parliament and his position as ANC Secretary General to move into business, joining New Africa Investments Limited. Cyril Ramaphosa Businesses. In 2001, he established Shanduka Group as a black-owned investment holding company, building up a diverse portfolio of listed and unlisted assets. He is the founder and executive chairman of Shanduka Group. Shanduka Group has investments in the resources sector, energy sector, real estate, banking, insurance, and telecoms, CCOM. He is also chairman of the Bidvest Group Limited, and MTN. His other non-executive directorships include Max Thiel Holdings, Alexander Forbes, and Standard Bank. In March 2007 he was appointed non-executive joint chairman of Mondi, a leading international paper and packaging group, when the company demerged from Anglo-American plc. Since being appointed deputy president in May 2014 by former South African President Jacob Zuma, Cyril Ramaphosa stepped back from his business pursuits to avoid conflicts of interest. He stepped down as chairman of investment firm Shanduka Group in May 2015 and a year later completed the process of selling his 30% stake in Shanduka, which is now merging with Pembani Group to form a Pan-African Industrial Holdings Group with $900 million in assets. Cyril Ramaphosa McDonald's. Founded by Ramaphosa in 2001, Shanduka owns stakes in mining entities, financial institutions, McDonald's South African subsidiaries and Coca-Cola bottling plants. Cyril Ramaphosa Foundation. In 2004, he established the Shanduka Foundation, focusing on education and small business development. The foundation, which has since changed its name to Cyril Ramaphosa Foundation, comprises Adopt a School Foundation, Black Umbrellas, and the Cyril Ramaphosa Education Trust. He is CEO chairperson of the advisory board of the Kagiso Shanduka Trust, which is in partnership with the Free State Department of Education on a program to develop schools in the province. Cyril Ramaphosa Honors. He has received several awards. He was awarded the Olof Palme Prize in October 1987 in Stockholm. In October 1991 he was a visiting professor of law at Stanford University in the United States. He has received honorary doctorates from the University of Natal, the University of Port Elizabeth, the University of Cape Town, the University of the North, the University of Lesotho, the University of Venda and the University of Massachusetts, USA. He is currently the Chancellor of the University of Mpumalanga. In 2004, he was voted 34th in the top 100 Great South Africans. Cyril Ramaphosa Age, Cyril Ramaphosa Date of birth. Cyril Ramaphosa was born on November 17, 1952. Cyril Ramaphosa wife, Cyril Ramaphosa first wife. He was married to businesswoman Nomazizi Mchachisa, but the couple divorced. Ramaphosa later married Dr. Chepo Mosep, the sister of billionaire and mining magnate Patrice Mosep. Ramaphosa has 4 children. Cyril Ramaphosa children. Ramaphosa has 4 children. Cyril Ramaphosa family. Cyril Ramaphosa's parents are Samuel Ramaphosa and Erdmith Ramaphosa. He has a brother, Douglas Ramaphosa. He was married to businesswoman Nomazizi Mchachisa. The marriage ended in divorce. He has 4 children. Cyril Ramaphosa family tree. This information will be updated soon. Cyril Ramaphosa wealth. Cyril Ramaphosa net worth. He is one of South Africa's richest men, with Forbes estimating his wealth at $675 million. He owns a R30 million luxury mansion at the foot of Lion's Head, Cape Town. Ramaphosa is known to be one of the richest people in South Africa, with an estimated net worth of more than $450 million, and has appeared in financial magazines such as Forbes Africa and Bloomberg. Cyril Ramaphosa Companies. Ramaphosa declared shares in Mondi Paper and Packaging valued at over R2 million, and his directorships of Mikaber 799 and 800, the holding company of the McDonald's fast food chain in South Africa. He also lists 31 properties in South Africa. Cyril Ramaphosa's son. His son Matamela Ramaphosa is a businessman. He is the CEO SUDX Wildlife. He has a Master of Science qualification from the Hult International Business School and is based in San Francisco. Not much is known about his other son Andile Ramaphosa. Cyril Ramaphosa daughter. Ramaphosa has 2 daughters. Not much is known about the daughters. Cyril Ramaphosa home language. He is from the Venda tribe, one of the smallest tribes in South Africa. Cyril Ramaphosa house. He owns a R30 million luxury mansion at the foot of Lions Head, Cape Town. Cyril Ramaphosa contact details. Union Buildings, Pretoria. Physical location, Government Avenue, Pretoria. Telephone, +27 0 12 300 5200. Fax, +27 0 12 323 8246. Postal address, Private Bag X1000 Pretoria, 0001. Toonhuis, Cape Town. Physical location, Plein Street, Cape Town. Telephone, +27 0 21 464 2100. Fax, +27 0 21 462 2838. Postal address, Private Bag X1000, Cape Town, 8000. Personal assistant to the President, Malbo Sibiya. Telephone, Union Buildings +27 12 300 5271. Telephone, Toonhuis 021. Mobile. Fax, Union Buildings +27 12 323 3114. Email, mailbo@presidency.gov.za. For all media inquiries for the President contact. Telephone, Union Buildings. Switchboard, +27 12 308 1700. Switchboard, +27 21 464 2100. Mobile, 083 575 7440. Email, tyrone.seal@presidency.gov.za. Cyril Ramaphosa latest news. Cyril Ramaphosa news will appear here shortly.
Yeah.